So the big picture, why we are here, why we do these things, is for Almost Home. And Almost Home is the companion animal sanctuary. Some people call it the no-kill companion animal sanctuary. Some people call it the extended life sanctuary. Some people just call it a sanctuary. But when we started 12 years ago, we were looking for a good bare piece of land. We wondered, how can we find land somewhere where we can actually take the entire region, the entire Northwest region, and be able to be a resource for all the people that are out there in the companion animal rescue world. And then it happened. We got a generous donor who says, you know what, I've got 200 acres of land right here nestled in the Boise foothills, mile marker 8. You can see the whole city from parts of that, and I want to give it to you. So he gives us 25% of this land every year until this year, when we fully have the entire 200 acres in our name. So now that we have that, several things have to happen. We have to raise the funds by maybe a traditional capital campaign. We've got to, and that's troubling in an economy such as the one that we're all living in right now. And we have to find all the ins and outs of how to build roads and the infrastructure and the master plan. But what I say to everyone who has been supporting NAC and our entire team that's been, you know, feverishly putting hours in left and right to help us make this happen is that now that we have the land, let's not wait. The sooner the better. And so Almost Home will start to break ground with the partnerships and the support that we're receiving in the community incrementally starting this spring of 2010. The entrance has been donated by 5 different contractors. And then the master plan will start its process on March 16th of 2010, so that when April and May and June come around, we can actually have a full, complete, clear picture. So here's what Almost Home is. It's a place not more than 10 or 15 minutes out of town tops, depending on which way we end up going to it. If we can get to it from Hidden Springs, the bottom of Hidden Springs, fabulous. If we have to go to mile marker 8 of Bogus Basin Rd, that's fine too, we'll make that work. But it's a place where you can go and reflect and get away without having to go really far. There are visions of all kinds of comforts for people to go and enjoy it. But what we'll do there is we'll build our canine rescue center, our feline rescue center, our equestrian rescue, our turtle partnership with Turtle Talk. There's actually a giant turtle made out of rock that is just naturally sitting there, and so today it's known as Turtle Rock. And those folks are going to be there rescuing turtles that, you know, not to get too off track, but turtles start out at a certain size, and sometimes we don't realize that they get to be the size of a Volkswagen Bug and live forever. But they need help. But really, you know, that, and then our animal education center, and then of course the resting grounds for the ones that do pass on. And we also want to put together a series of cabins so that the youth groups can go up there, and kids that are unencourageable can maybe find a new way. Camps can happen there. The facilities will be made available for things like volunteer gatherings every year, you know, but also private people can go up there and use it for, say, a family reunion or get-togethers and fundraisers for everyone else. And what NAC really wants to continue doing is working with the other nonprofits in town, not just the animal welfare ones, but others as well. So the grounds will be good for that. There's also a vision of having an amphitheater up there which will house 25,000 people, where we can do an annual festival where people can come up on the 200 acres and camp out for a couple of days and enjoy, say, blues and jazz, and give vendors that are out there struggling in the business world an opportunity to have another way to market what their goods and services are while supporting our efforts. But the big thing is that to have a place, a central place for what we do for the Northwest region. And we will do this. There's absolutely no question. Incrementally over the last 12 years, you know, we've had a donation of $10 or a donation of $10,000, and people definitely want to see this happen. And what I say is, and I will hold to this, that we will build that sanctuary, and we will not wait 5, 10, 15 years from now to do it. It's high time we're going to do it. And but because of the economic stuff that's happening right now, one would think, well, I guess those dreams are just that, just dreams. But you know what? What I notice as the leader of Northwest Animal Companions and someone who's out there in the world, business world every day and talking with supporters, is that there is nothing but opportunity everywhere we look. So our opportunity, we're going to seize it, and that is to build Almost Home Sanctuary. And we're going to work very hard to come up with some very creative ways on how we can do that without relying on our post office box to have big, giant $1 million checks show up in it every day. Although I really would encourage you to send $1 million check as soon as possible.